of questions about the LdreamM headset, how to use them, what is the first processes which you should do before you start using the LdreamM headset. And these questions were common questions, so I have decided to do a video in which I would like to explain all of your questions as detailed as it possible. Okay, what I have noticed, it was not clear enough that the LdreamM Easy application has to be installed under Windows 10. So the older versions like Windows 7, Windows 8.1 or still older versions are not suitable for this application. Moreover, for the older Windows, there were some problems with USB connections and so on. So in Windows 10, I noticed that all of these features work fine. It was the first question. You need to use Windows 10. Okay, the next question was that during charging, you can see that there should be a red LED and a blue LED. Red indicates that the headset is, the accumulators in the headset are charging, and the blue LED indicates that the charging is finished. But during charging, this is an interesting feature of this chip which is responsible for charging, that instead of the only red LED, it sometimes uses lightly the blue LED too. It doesn't mean that the charging is not good, but sometimes you can see not only the clear red LED, but you can see a reddish bluish color, but you don't have to be in panic. It works anyway good. Okay, the next question was that sometimes when you connect the USB cable to the headset and to the PC on the other end, then you cannot see the red LED, so there everything is dark. It means that the main switch, which is here on the middle, is not exactly in the middle position. So in this case, you can move with your finger a bit on left side or on right side, and if you see here that the LED lit, then it means that the contact is okay. So this is a bit tricky, but anyway it should work. Okay, the next question was about the connection of your headset to your PC through the Bluetooth. There is an important requirement, which is important. In headset, in LdreamM headset, you have a built-in Bluetooth module, so there is no problem. And on your PC or in laptop should be another Bluetooth module. I have noticed that some of you who use not a laptop, because in laptops the Bluetooth module is built in. This is part of the hardware. But in desktop PCs, sometimes there, or usually, there is not a Bluetooth module in the hardware. In this case, you can buy, or you can get if you want, if you have an own Bluetooth dongle, and you can connect to one of your USB ports, and has to be installed first. So this is an important requirement. and after that you can use that protocol which I explained you in another video. But you have to understand it that if you don't have a Bluetooth module in your PC or on your desktop, then your PC and your application, the LdreamM Easy application, cannot see the headset. So this is the basic requirement. The most question was about the pen drive mode. You mentioned that sometimes the PC cannot recognize the pen drives which are inside the headset, or it recognizes only the MP3 players SD card, or only the data SD card. So there are two SD cards must be seen in the same time, simultaneously. In this case, the solution is the following. So first of all, if you cannot connect the SD cards to your PC, you can try disconnect the USB cable from the PC when this main switch in the middle state. After that, you should connect the USB cable again. Show it. And you can see that this is in the middle state because this, in this case, this blue LED is lit, which means that the headset is charged. It can help if first you switch into the direction of this button, where is the MP3 SD card. So we power up the headset, and we, okay, right now I have powered up, and I let in this case about 10, 15, but this better if even 20 seconds. In this case, the other condensers have time to discharge. So the point is that in the headset there are some big capacitors which are charged in different modes depending on the state of this switch. And now we have already 15-20 seconds. I am sure that the other capacitor was discharged, so very carefully I switch off the headset. So I move in the middle state. As you can see again, the blue LED is lit. And again I wait about 10-15 seconds in this state. After that, we can connect to the other direction, the direction of this USB cable. I show it. And then you can hear the sound on your PC that the pen drives were connected to your PC, and you should see after a few seconds both of the SD cards. If even in this case you cannot see, sometimes can happen, there is no problem. Again, you should switch the main switch in the middle state. Again, you can see this is in the middle state. Again, disconnect the USB cable. Then, after a few seconds, you can connect again and repeat the same process which I have just showed you. After that, it anyway should work. So the main point is that you have to be careful and patient, because, as I mentioned, there are capacitors which have to be discharged, and it requires sometimes 10-15 seconds. So this is the reason. Okay. Another common problem was that during firmware update, your PC couldn't find the LdreamM headset. So how to do the firmware, it was explained in another video. now I would like to suggest some solutions for this problem. I have noticed that a few of you whom I recommended this, it worked. So sometimes, because of some reasons, your PC cannot recognize the headset, actually the microcontroller inside the headset. In this case, the first question is that do you have a Windows 10 operating system? If you have, the second question is that this Windows 7 is the only operating system on your PC, or this is just an emulation, because if this is not a pure Windows 10, then there sometimes happens problems with the communication ports. So if you have older versions than Win 10, then you have to use only Win 10, and this has to be the basic Windows 10 application on your PC. If you have the Windows 10 in your PC, but anyway it doesn't work, in this case you should try the firmware update on other PC. It helped in many cases for many of you. In this case, please don't forget to install the LdreamM Easy application to the next PC, and then you should install the Flash Magic application. So everything as it was explained in the explanation video, you should do on the other PC too. After that, you can connect again your headset through the USB cable to the next PC, to the new one, and then do those steps which were explained in the other video. Another question was that what to do if during data synchronization the process is failed. You know, data synchronization is when on the morning you get up and you would like to see the nightly measurements on your PC. If during this process the synchronization is failed, it means that you should do those steps which I explained you a minute ago when I explained how to do a stable pen drive connection when both of the SD cards can be seen stable. So in this case, the basic requirement is the same. I will not repeat it right now, but you can do the same process. There was still one more question about that what to do if during the settings the headset or the PC loses the headset and there are some problems. In this case, the problem is again the same. So first, before you try to change the settings, you have to establish a very stable connection between your headset and between the SD cards on your headset and the PC. I explained it in this video earlier, so this is the must. The second important point is that when you click on the update button, then sometimes it is heard that the connection with the PC is lost. The MP3 SD card, the SD card of the MP3 player is usually stable, but the data SD card is not so stable. This is not a problem if before the connection was stable, and this is okay because the headset or the PC first write the necessary information to the data SD card and only after that to the MP3 SD card. In this case, if the data connection is lost, during copying the MP3 files, then anyway the whole process will be finished successfully. If not, anyway, if there will be some problems, then you should delete the user settings files from your SD card on your headset, and this is in the so if you cannot save the settings anyway, in this case I recommend you to delete that setting file which contains all the information. This file is on the headset in the data SD card. There you can find it in the settings map, and there is the UserSetN file. I will write it down on the comment section of this video, so you can find it and you can delete. And after that, you can repeat the whole process of the settings. One more question which I got lately, it was that this new software, the LdreamM Easy application, is much easier and much simpler than the previous one, which was used in the version 1.0 3 years ago. The reason is that you are, as a common user, don't know anything about the brain research. You are not a scientist. You don't need these information, so this is redundant for you. That is why I used a much simplified application, which is very good and very understandable for a common user like you, for example. Moreover, one more question was that why you cannot see those graphs which I mentioned in another video, that they are the lunar phases, the solar activity, and the statistics of your measurements. Actually, they are part of this new software. You have to click on the statistics button and you can see these measurements. But these measurements, since these are statistics, can be seen only when you have at least 2 nights of measurements, or more, of course, but at least 2 nights, and then you can see already something. And the more nights you use the headset and load the measurements to your PC, the more data will be available in this statistics window, and you can see anything that you want. I guess for today this is all. As soon as you will have more questions, I try to answer them in another video. But I hope that this video will help you. Thank you.